Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be opening the Wasp Hero Pack for Marvel Champions the card game. So let's get into it. I always like to open these for the first time on camera. So just like every hero pack, we're going to get a little insert here with the rules on one side and a poster on the other. So let's see, any rules we need to worry about. The foldable cards, same thing we get with Ant-Man basically. She's got 3 forms. There's also the team word and piercing keywords, which you can read right there. Poster with the art from the hero card, and let's go ahead and get this opened. I'm excited myself for Wasp. I have Ant-Man, and he has been actually one of my favorite heroes to play as thus far. I really like his ability. I'm not going to be able to get these open. I really like his ability to swap the 3 different forms, and the constant changing back and forth is a really cool mechanic. Oh my gosh, there we go. Half this video is just going to be me trying to unwrap this. Alright, so here we are. Wasp. 1 thwart. 1 attack, 2 defense. Small but mighty. Response: after Wasp or an event you played defeats a minion or side scheme, deal 1 damage to the villain. Not bad. Hand size of 5, hit points 11. Her alter ego form, recover 3. Girl. Action: shuffle up the 2 cards of the printed science resource from your discard pile into your deck. Not bad. So let's put her right here. So first up, for Wasp's 15 cards, we get Ant-Man as an ally. Cost 4, 3 health, 2 and 2. While you're in giant hero form, Ant-Man gets the giant trait and +1 attack. While you're in tiny hero form, Ant-Man gets tiny trait and gets +1 thwart. Not bad. Giant help. Action, or hero action. Thwart. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Remove a total of 4 threat divided among schemes as you choose instead if you're in giant hero form. That's really nice. You know what I completely missed? Her giant form. What are we doing? Giant Wasp. 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 defense. Threat you remove using your basic thwart power can be divided among schemes as you choose. Damage you deal using your basic attack power can be divided among enemies as you choose. Man, I really like that. I have a feeling right off the bat, I want to stay in giant form as much as possible for that ability. Okay, now we have more reference here. When you're in giant hero form, you can remove 4 threat divided as you choose. Pinpoint strike, hero action, deal 7 damage to an enemy. If you are in tiny hero form, this attack deals 1 additional damage and gains overkill. So you can knock out a minion there and do a bunch of damage still to the villain. I like that a lot. Rapid growth, giant superpower, hero interrupt. When you use one of your hero's basic powers, change to your giant hero form and get +2 to that power for this use. Whew. So start tiny, flip the giant, and do a lot of damage or threat reduction. Wasp Sting. Hero action. If you are in giant hero form, deal a total of 4 damage divided among enemies as you choose. If you are in tiny hero form, deal 5 damage to an enemy. I'm really liking her cards so far. Pin Particles. We see these in Ant-Man. After you spin this card, heal 2 damage from your hero if you are in giant form, or draw a card if you're in tiny hero form. Red Room Training and Upgrade. When you're in giant hero form, you gain Retaliate 1. When you are in tiny hero form, your basic attacks gain Piercing that help discard tough status cards. So that's really nice, especially against Rhino. Biosynthetic wings, a tech item. A wasp gains the aerial trait, and when you would take any amount of damage, if you were in tiny hero form, you can exhaust this to prevent one of that damage. Not bad at all. We also get Wasp's helmet. While you are in giant hero form, you get +1 thwart. When you are in tiny hero form, you get +1 attack. Ooh, Jane Foster Thor is an ally. So we are now into the aggression cards. Those are her 15 standard cards. Wasp comes with the aggression package. So let's see what these cards do. Jane Foster's Thor, 4 to play, 4 health, 1 and 2. After you play Thor from your hand, deal 2 damage to the villain, or 3 instead if you used that resource. Wasp, Janet, the mom. She's free, doesn't have any health, 1 and 3 attack. She gets +1 hit point for each PIM counter on her. When she enters play, place 1 PIM counter on her to a maximum of 3, which each one of those resources you overpaid. So that's very much like, not Hank Pym. Yeah, Hank Pym in Ant-Man's Hero Pack. Into the fray. Hero action attack. Deal 6 damage to a minion. For each point of excess damage dealt by this attack, remove 1 threat from the main scheme. Surprise attack. After you change form, deal 3 damage to an enemy. 4 damage instead if you paid for this card using that resource. That only costs 1. This is looking to be a really exciting deck. The power of aggression. That lets you basically, that counts as double resources if you're using it for an aggression card, if you don't already know that. Boot camp location. Placed under any player's control, max 1 per player. Each ally you control gets 1 attack. That's awesome. I like that a lot. That only costs 3. That's not the worst. Lie in wait. Preparation. Max 1 per player. After a minion engages you, discard this to deal 3 damage to that minion. I like that. Ironheart. She's not belongs to any sphere here. These are the basic cards that come with her. 2 cost, 2 health, 1 and 1. Pretty standard. After you play Ironheart from your hand, draw a card. Not bad. Miles Morales Spider-Man. Cost 3, 3 health, 1 and 2 attack. After you play Spider-Man from your hand, choose thwart or attack. Spider-Man gets +2 to the chosen power to the end of the phase. Not bad. So the first time he comes out, he could potentially do 4 damage or 3 threat. Not bad. Here's one of the team-up decks, or team-up cards we see. Ant-Man has one of these as well. Swarm Tactics. Ant-Man and Wasp. Max 1 per deck. Hero form. Change to your other hero form and ready your hero. That's really nice. I'm actually planning on, the first time I play this is gonna be with Ant-Man. Ant-Man and Wasp tag team, so that'll be interesting. And of course, just like every other deck, we get energy, genius, and strength. There's a double resources to pay for those. The power in all of us, max 2 per deck. Double the number of resources this card generates when paying for a basic card. Interesting. And a Quinn Carrier. Avenger's Vehicle. Play only if you have the Avenger trait, which I believe she does. Yes. Exhaust it to generate a wild resource. Not bad. Now to her villain and nemesis cards. Red Dreams. You may flip to alter ego form and exhaust her to remove this card from the game, or discard each card with a printed science resource from your hand and take 1 damage. Then you just discard this. Our side scheme here is Mother's Orders. As an additional cost for each hero to make a basic attack, that hero must spend 1 of any resource. Yikes. Not bad, but it's only going to come in with 2 per player. Now the Nemesis minion, the Beetle. 4 health, 1 and 1. Yeah, that's not too bad. Has guard though. Forced interrupt. When Beetle is defeated, choose to either spend a resource or shuffle Beetle into the encounter deck. I see why his attack and scheme isn't too bad. So this guy can keep coming back. Beetle Armor Mark IV. Attach the Beetle if able. If you cannot attach it to the villain, The attached character gets 4 hit points. Yikes. So Beetle could have 8 hit points there. Beetlemania. When revealed, alter ego. This card gains Surge. In hero form, Beetle attacks you with +1 attack. If no attack was made this way, this card gains Surge. There's 2 of those. So that is it for Wasp's hero deck, the pre-built deck. So these are, there's a reference for everything that actually comes in it. But what I want to see is the extra cards here, if you want to change to a different aspect. For Justice, we have Running Interference. Play only if you have the Avenger trait on your hero. Hero Action Thwart. Remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Remove X additional threat from the main scheme to a maximum of 3, where X is equal to the villain's stage number. Nice. So that kind of progresses along the campaign. All for 1. Deal 3 damage to an enemy and exhaust any number of Avenger characters you control. Deal 1 additional damage to that enemy for each character exhausted this way. Obviously, Captain America is on the card. That would go really well right into his deck. Though I think Ant-Man has leadership in most of the Avengers allies as well, so that could go well with Ant-Man. And for protection, we have Perseverance. After you change form, give your hero a tough status card. Not bad. And Athletic Conditioning, discard 1 stun or confuse status from your hero. Nice. So if you're getting dealt a lot of those, you can get rid of them. So that is the Wasp hero pack. I'm really excited about this. It sounds like she's going to really pack a punch, especially being able in giant form to spread that around, especially, you know, if you beef that up to 4 or 5 with random cards, being able to spread that around to help get rid of side schemes and all that. That's going to be really nice. So that is Wasp. You have to let me know if you guys have played as Wasp before, or you plan on playing as Wasp. If so, who you're going to play her with. Obviously, Ant-Man makes the most sense, but she may pair well with a couple other heroes. We'll find out. Don't forget to like the channel if you enjoy this content. I plan on doing more unboxings, and as we get more into the game and I have more experience with the decks themselves, I will do some more in-depth deck reviews on the cards themselves and which aspects I think the heroes work well with. So until next time, guys, thanks.